Bonjour, bienvenue à toutes et à tous. Merci de nous rejoindre pour notre point de presse quotidien en ligne. Nous sommes le jeudi 11 juin. Je vais commencer par nos annonces. So I will start with an update to the President's agenda for this week. On Saturday, President von der Leyen will take part as a guest speaker in the upcoming Estates General on the economy to map out Italy's recovery from the economic crisis caused by the coronavirus. The General Estates are organized by Prime Minister of Italy, Giuseppe Conte, via video conference. This will be on Saturday morning. I now call on Johannes for an announcement on an EU investment to bring us closer to finding a coronavirus vaccine. Johannes.
Thank you, Eric. And indeed, today we have some interesting news regarding the development of a vaccine for the coronavirus to share with you. This morning, the European Investment Bank signed a financing agreement worth 100 million euros with German company BioNTech. The financing is backed by both Horizon 2020 Innofin and the European Fund for Strategic Investments, FC. The company will use this financing to develop its coronavirus vaccine program. Maybe as a reminder, BioNTech is the first European company to enter clinical testing. They have started a clinical trial in Germany in April and later another one in May in the United States. Commissioner Gabriel participated in the virtual signing this morning, and you can find more information in a press release online.
Merci Johannes. Dans ce contexte, je voudrais vous rappeler que nous organisons cet après-midi un briefing technique off the record en amont du Conseil santé de demain sur la stratégie vaccin sur laquelle la Commission travaille à l'heure actuelle. Et juste après le rendez-vous de midi, qui se terminera exceptionnellement aujourd'hui à 12h30, nous accueillerons Madame Ylva Johansson, commissaire aux Affaires intérieures, qui vous présentera la communication sur la levée progressive des restrictions aux frontières. Nous publierons le communiqué et les documents au début de sa conférence de presse. Je vais finir avec les vidéoconférences d'aujourd'hui. Le vice-président exécutif, M. Dombrovskis, et le commissaire, M. Gentiloni, représenteront la Commission lors de la vidéoconférence de l'Eurogroupe aujourd'hui. La réunion fera le point sur la situation économique et les mesures en place pour soutenir la relance économique. Elle examinera également l'union bancaire, les rapports de surveillance post-programme pour Chypre et l'Espagne et le 6e rapport de surveillance renforcée pour la Grèce que la Commission a présenté le mois dernier. Le commissaire M. Gentiloni participera à la conférence de presse qui suivra la réunion aux alentours de 19h. Ensuite, les ministres des Affaires étrangères de l'Union européenne auront une discussion virtuelle aujourd'hui avec leurs homologues des pays du partenariat oriental, avant la vidéoconférence des dirigeants du partenariat oriental qui aura lieu la semaine prochaine. Ils discuteront en particulier du soutien de l'Union européenne à l'Arménie, l'Azerbaïdjan, le Bélarus, la Géorgie, la Moldavie et l'Ukraine, les pays du partenariat oriental, pour faire face à la pandémie de coronavirus, ainsi que du futur du partenariat au-delà de 2020, dans les domaines clés que sont l'économie, la connectivité, l'état de droit, la transition verte et numérique et la promotion des sociétés justes et inclusives. Le haut représentant vice-président Borrell et le commissaire Várhelyi feront un compte-rendu de la réunion à la presse aux alentours de 16h30. Voilà pour nos annonces aujourd'hui. Nous pouvons maintenant passer à vos questions et je vois que Lily a une question. Lily, you have the floor.
Thanks, Eric. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi.
I have a question about a statement that was issued yesterday by a spokesperson for the Hungarian government on Twitter, in which he attacked both the European Commission and Vice President Jourova personally. He wrote, so Vera Jourova says one of the questions in our national consultation, it's fake news, when in fact European Commission has been systematically undermining our efforts to fight illegal migration, not to mention her ties to George Soros. I was wondering if you could respond to this statement from the Hungarian government. Thank you.
Let me pass the floor to Christian on this issue.
Yes, hi Lily. I mean, as you know, we are not in the business of commenting on comments, so I'll also not do this here. But I can give you our position on the consultation more generally. So let me be clear: citizens should have a say on matters that are important to them, but they should be able to do so based on facts, not fiction. The Commission has been relentless in making sure that citizens know about the European Union's actions and policies, whether through our local representations, citizens' dialogues, or social media. We make sure that information reaches citizens in our member states. The current challenges that the EU is facing, whether it is fighting the pandemic, ensuring economic recovery, or managing migration, are common challenges. The only way to address them is by working together in a spirit of cooperation and European sovereignty. More specifically on your question related to Vice President Jourova's remarks, as you have said, organizing referenda or national consultation is a matter for member states. We are, however, following the situation closely, and as Vice President Jourova stated yesterday, it is indeed important to get the facts right, and we are ready to do so. Neither the Commission nor the European Union is asking Hungary to change its basic law.
Thank you, Christian. Are there other questions for us today? Vladislav.
Hello, hi. I'm Vladislav Maximov with Euractiv. I'd like to ask for a readout of a conversation of Commissioner Vadhey with the leaders of the government and the opposition in North Macedonia that stressed the importance of free, fair, inclusive elections. Considering the recent spike in cases in North Macedonia, does the Commission support the date set, which is July 5th? Thank you.
I believe that is a question for Anna.
So thank you so much for the question. Indeed, as you've seen, Commissioner Vadhey did speak last night with the leaders of the two main political parties in North Macedonia. He did pass a very clear message about the importance of free, fair and inclusive elections in North Macedonia, of course taking into account the coronavirus situation, as well as the need to address efficiently the economic recovery. What I can say is that we are following closely the discussions in Skopje amongst political leaders. Discussions should continue so that the country can organize elections and deal fully, as we've said, with the consequences of the coronavirus crisis.
Thank you very much, Anna. Are there other questions for Anna while she is on the podium? No, I do not see any. So let me move to Anna Vandensky, who has a question on a different topic. Gracias. Anna. Go ahead. Press the speak button. Okay, we seem to have an issue, and I believe, however, that we are lucky to know roughly the question that you wanted to ask, the subject at least being Burundi. So I will see if we can conjure a response to your question from Virginie. Virginie, je crois que tu sais quelle est la question que Anna voulait poser.
Oui, en effet, Anna m'avait dit qu'elle souhaitait que nous puissions nous exprimer sur le Burundi suite au décès du président, qui a été annoncé avoir eu le 9 juin. Donc, le gouvernement a annoncé le décès du président suite à une crise cardiaque. Par rapport à cela, l'Union européenne présente ses condoléances aux autorités et au peuple du Burundi. L'Union européenne encourage tous les acteurs politiques à préserver un climat apaisé et à respecter le cadre légal et constitutionnel dans ces circonstances, en attendant l'investiture du nouveau président. D'ailleurs, le haut représentant avait indiqué dans sa déclaration il y a 2 jours, le 9 juin, que cette élection et le transfert pacifique du pouvoir pourraient ouvrir une nouvelle page de l'histoire du Burundi. L'Union européenne est prête à contribuer à cette nouvelle page de l'histoire du pays, aux côtés de nos partenaires régionaux et internationaux et sur la base d'engagements réciproques.
Merci. Voilà, nous sommes passés à un stade ultérieur des conférences de presse où maintenant nous répondons aux questions sans même que vous ayez besoin de les poser. Alors, nous passons maintenant à Thomas Gutschka. Thomas.
Yes, hello, Eric, thank you. I have a question with regard to Operation Irini, so it probably refers to Virginie as well. There are reports from Greece about an incident yesterday. So allegedly 3 Turkish military ships have prevented a Greek ship participating in the operation to control a freighter under the flag of Malaysia. Can you confirm this incident, and do you have any comment on it? Thank you.
Pass the floor to Peter.
Thank you. The Operation Irini has its headquarters in Rome, and all these operational informations are basically conveyed or confirmed or given by the operations headquarters. That's on the operational side. But regarding this incident you mentioned, I can say the following. There are 2 or 3 aspects, so I would try to briefly outline all 3 of them. One is that since the start of the operation a few months ago, Operation Irini hailed for inspection already more than 75 vessels or ships on the high seas, in line with its mandate. It was also the case yesterday, on Wednesday, when Operation Irini tried to hail cargo vessel in the high seas off the coast of Libya, following the usual procedures. Now, the response was not affirmative, so the hailing could not proceed, and we are now in the process of further verification of information and reasons given for this behavior. I would like to remind you and to recall that in accordance with the mandate of Operation Irini and in line with the relevant United Nations Security Council resolution, now it's the Security Council resolution number 2526. It was adopted last week by the Security Council, that's why the new number. So in line with this mandate, the Operation Irini is charged to enforce the UN arms embargo against Libya. And in case of all the incidents, all the cases, all the inspections, all the hailings, the operation is in close contact with the UN panel of experts reporting on all these issues, and this is also in line with the established practice. So this is on the incident itself, and I can just recall that since I mentioned that there have been more than 75 occasions when Irini was doing the hailing on the high seas, Irini already delivered some first results in successfully preventing also other problems or other breaches of UN embargo, namely on oil. There were several occasions where Irini was able to deter or stop the illegal oil smuggling from Libya or to Libya.
Thomas, follow-up?
Follow-up?
Go ahead.
Yes, Peter, since you mentioned it, how many incidents have there been out of these 75 that you mentioned that were related to oil smuggling? And in principle, what is the standard procedure if a ship approached denies any inspection? Thank you.
On the latter part of your question, as I mentioned, the Operation Irini is in close contact with the panel of experts of the United Nations reporting on all the activities and all the issues. So this is in line with the mandate. The UN Security Council adopted the arms embargo and other embargoes on Libya, so enforcement is controlled by the UN. So we are doing our contribution in line with the mandate of Operation Irini, in line with this new Security Council resolution or renewed Security Council resolution 2526. And the reporting basically continues. This is the usual practice. I wouldn't go into details on numbers and more details because since this is a security operation, a lot of information is of course classified, so I'm not at liberty to discuss with it, but basically the procedure is reporting and informing the panel of experts of the United Nations.
Thank you, Peter.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
Does that mean that in principle you cannot board a ship without the consent of another of the ship itself? All you can do is refer the case to the panel of experts. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes.
Loud and clear. Athanasios, is your question for Peter?
Yes, it is. And some things may be classified, but we can still ask. You mentioned, Peter, 75 ships that the operation hailed. Do we have any data on how many ships did not follow the instructions other than the incident yesterday? And what percentage is that of the total? Since there are also reports that many freighters made it to the Libyan coast and armed one side or the other of the conflict during the Operation Irini and during the last couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thanks. Again, for operational details of Operation Irini, it's best to contact the headquarters of the operation in Rome. But again, on the exact details and a lot of detailed information you would like to have, I would just like to flag that as with many similar operations, a lot of stuff is not really free for public consumption or public discussion, and it's classified. So try the colleagues from Operation Irini, and as I said, be aware that many of this information might not be available publicly, but they are, of course, recorded and conveyed to the responsible competent body, which is the United Nations. And maybe on this occasion, again, I would like to recall one other thing, the joint declaration by the High Representative and the foreign ministers of 3 countries involved heavily in trying to find a solution for the Syrian conflict, Germany, France, and Italy earlier this week on Monday, where they urged all Libyan parties and international actors to effectively and immediately stop not only the military actions and confrontations, but also to withdraw all foreign forces, mercenaries and military equipment, which is being supplied in violation of the UN-imposed arms embargo from all regions to Libya, and to engage constructively in the process leading to a ceasefire, stopping the illegal imports of weapons, and finding the political solution for the country.
Thank you. Athanasios, I would like to move on because we have little time left. If you agree, I will pass the floor to Christian.
Oui, bonjour Peter. J'avoue que je suis un peu perplexe. L'opération Irini, si j'ai bien compris, son mandat, c'est d'arraisonner les bateaux qu'elle considère comme suspects et qu'elle soupçonne de se livrer au trafic d'armes ou de violer l'embargo sur le pétrole. Et là, tu me dis, ah oui, mais s'ils n'ont pas l'accord de l'ONU, ils ne peuvent pas arraisonner les bateaux. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'ils font, ces bateaux, quand ils sont suspects? On les laisse circuler, on les laisse faire ce qu'ils ont à faire, on les laisse débarquer en disant, on a vu un bateau, mais on n'a pas pu parce qu'ils n'étaient pas d'accord. Là, j'avoue franchement que dans ce cas-là, je ne vois pas très bien l'utilité de l'opération Irini.
Okay, du niveau des réponses, la première, l'opération Irini a un mandat politique de tous les pays membres de l'Union européenne, et aussi les actions de l'opération Irini sont dans le cadre de la résolution du Conseil de sécurité des Nations Unies. Et comme je dis plusieurs fois, pour tous les détails opérationnels, on doit contacter les collègues de l'opération Irini qui vont expliquer tous les détails qu'on peut expliquer. Et il y a beaucoup de détails des opérations parce que en essence, c'est une opération de sécurité, de défense. Donc, plusieurs des détails sont confidentiels. Mais pour les détails opérationnels, je vous encourage à contacter les collègues des opérations IRINI.
Merci, Peter. Je ne vois plus d'autres questions sur les affaires étrangères. Y a-t-il d'autres questions pour nous aujourd'hui avant la conférence de presse? Je ne vois pas d'autres questions, donc restez connectés. La conférence de presse commencera dans quelques minutes. Merci beaucoup.